guys, it's Miss Burb, and I'm here with
BB. Hi.
Who Should Get a Channel. Sorry. So Catalyst came out. We're doing this again on Tuesday. We always do this on Tuesdays. Came out like between Saturday and Sunday because apparently it came out in Switzerland.
Oh.
So that's it. The deal is that it came out in Switzerland, and in Switzerland they do speak French.
Okay.
Apparently, so the French dub came out. So it's just, everybody's like, "Where's the English?" And they're like all freaking out.
And we were like, French.
And we're just like, "Yep, we understand what's going on." And you're just like, "Yes." But so general thoughts.
Oh my god. I don't even know where to start. Oh wow.
It was
a good episode. It was so wild. It was
interesting. But then when I think back on it, I'm like, what happened? Like to make it last so long.
What do you mean?
Like, I don't know. I look back on it and I'm just thinking like, okay, the villains showed up and then the hero showed up. What happened for like 20 minutes? That it lasted 20 minutes. Must have been, well, like there was the whole part with like Lupina and then.
And like Marinette not forgetting her thing and blah, blah, blah.
And then she had to, there was Marinette, the Heroes Day thing. There was also the whatever, what's her name in The Invisible?
Oh, Sabrina?
Yeah, what's her name in English?
I don't know.
The
Invisible
somebody. In the French, I said she's just the Invisible.
Yeah.
But in English,
I feel like she has a proper name. I just don't know what it is.
Anyway, it was with Antibug, so nobody remembers the name of the title. Even Sabrina gets like shunned, even in her own episode where she gets akumatized, because then Chloe comes out on top.
That's sad.
It's actually really like fitting with the show's theme. But yeah, okay, so Heroes Day basically starts off with Heroes Day. I asked Paper Plane, it's a French person on Discord, and I was like, is that like an actual thing in France? And they were like, apparently they said like no, but I don't know.
Oh.
No, maybe yes. I guess not that big of a deal. Maybe in reality.
Maybe something similar, but just obviously not about Miraculous Ladybug characters.
But a Heroes Day would be a good idea. Like, everybody has to do one good action.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
I think, though, that if everybody was planning an event, then nobody can attend each other's events.
Yes.
That's kind of weird.
And it's also, like, it doesn't need to be this big,
great
like
Adrien was, Adrien's was pretty big. What was Alia's again? Nina was playing, like, music for, like, old people or something. Okay, no, sorry, not old people. Senior citizens. I gotta be, I gotta be polite, man. I said Alia's was, what was she doing?
I don't remember.
She was doing something. Anyway, but it was something, like, pretty big, right? And then Marinette's just like, I got macarons? Macaroons? I don't know. The macarons? So she has those, and she's like, I got these, and then
Chloe's like, you do that every year.
Yeah, and I'm gonna sign autographs, it's like, what did she do the other year? She must do that.
I don't know.
She must sign autographs.
Probably something just as tacky.
So there's Heroes Day, and Mr. Damocles, I guess, is just full on. Everybody knows he's the owl, and he goes around in his owl costume.
It's so cute.
I mean, imagine if, like, the principal of your high school is just, like, going around in, like, a costume. Like, that'd be cool, though.
Not with my principal.
You're thinking about yours specifically?
But, like, yeah. I can think of, like...
The idea,
yeah.
The idea of having a principal just kind of run around. So you know how, like, when Mr. Damocles comes in, like, inside the classroom, there's, like, a picture of, like, all 5 superheroes on the board? When did they pose for that?
I do not know.
I'm like, do they, like, copy-paste Photoshop?
I hadn't even thought about that. Maybe, I don't...
Photoshop. Or, like, extensive 3D models.
Yeah.
Which is true. 3D models, which is what they are.
That could totally be.
So when Gabriel, Adrien leaves for the house that morning, and then apparently there's a statue of Emily in the garden.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
It is.
Do you think it was made after or before?
I don't know. I'm not sure if I want to know. Because they already have that big painting, right?
That's creepy!
And now they have the statue, so it's like...
Well, it's his, like, study, right? Okay, the painting is, like, his study.
Okay.
So it's like, I want a big picture of my wife. Mm-hmm. That's, like, touching but weird, but, you know, it's like, oh, my husband wants to do this for me. Okay, that's weird, but all right, fine. Mm-hmm. A statue of yourself in the middle of a garden, though, is pretty weird.
It is.
Unless that's where she's buried.
Ooh.
That's where they buried her coffin again. We don't know what happened to the coffin afterwards.
We don't know.
So maybe he, like, buried it. Anyway, so Natalie exposits Gabriel's plan, basically. Yeah. She's, well, like, you know what I mean, right? She just kind of stands there. She's like, oh, yeah, you've been waiting for months for Volpina for Lila to get mad so she can transform into Volpina to put your plan into action. Thank you for all that information, Natalie. Very nice. What else do they say besides exposing the plan? It just, like...
I don't remember. I'm not quite sure.
Oh, I love her too much, maybe? I don't know. Gabriel probably says something about how he loves her. And just...
Probably so.
Anyway... Then, I don't know, then Lila... Oh, yeah, then we get to see Lila, and then she, like, video chats. It was so obvious.
So, you could... The background. Her background. It was so obvious.
It's so obvious. You're just like, yeah, she's faking it. I thought it was funny, though, that, like, afterwards... Like, you can see, like, her mom, mm-hmm. the way that she interacts with her mom, and, like, she's hiding out in her room.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing her parents are, like, diplomats, too.
Probably. And they're just so... Oh, what's the word? Indifferent.
It's like, oh, well, they're akumatized. I guess maybe we should get out of the country. And, like, the mom still believes that, like...
The school is shut down.
But the way that... Okay, so then, you know when the principal calls, calls the mom, and then Lila's like, no, he got akumatized too or something. So is she making her mom believe that once you get akumatized, you're evil forever?
I don't know. Maybe there's, like... prejudice or bias against people that have been akumatized.
But Lila got akumatized.
No. Maybe she's saying, hey, I'm bad, he's bad too.
Like, to her mom, like she's...
Or maybe she's trying to say that he's akumatized at that moment.
He's evil since he got akumatized that one time, but for me, I'm like your daughter, so I'm precious. Just the one time. I just got angry that one time. Except that now she's, like, super angry. What do you think of Marinette's rage?
I'm like, Marinette, I thought you had gotten past that.
We talked about this, like, in the last review. It's like...
about this. I was like, Marinette, I was so proud of you. Now I'm like, no.
So disappointed. But it wasn't Marinette that was... Okay, that's it. Lila's angry at Ladybug, but she doesn't know that it's Marinette.
She doesn't.
Why is Marinette so open about her hate towards Lila?
Good question.
I don't... Like...
Yeah.
It's not the same person.
Because when she, like, yelled at Lila the first time, it was as Ladybug, not as Marinette. So if she pretended to be nice, then Lila might, like, be polite towards Marinette.
Theoretically, Lila shouldn't have even met Marinette, really.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Marinette, because she never talked to her.
True.
So there's, like... There's nothing there for her to hate, and it's like the because that's it. In Volpina, she was supposed to be like, I'm sorry, you know.
Yeah.
And then now she's just like raging against her still, but I don't know. It's really.
I mean, she's a teenage girl. It's fine.
Hormones, people. And like she smacks her head against the desk. I thought that was funny though.
That was really funny.
So Marinette does her weird thing where she lies to the entire class about, I have to, like, she asks her dad, like, we'll just make, like, 1,000 croissants each and, like, 300 this and that, and Marinette, why do you do this to yourself?
You should know better. However, because of that, we did get Tiki in a little
Tiki in the chef hat, and then, like, Tiki's just working.
It's so precious.
Okay, so Marinette's just like, hey, Tiki, why don't you transform me into Ladybug? But since we've already established that Kwamis are, like, servants, why doesn't she just... Well, I guess she could force Tiki to transform.
She's kind. She's being kind. And
Tiki, do you want to transform? I'm like, yeah, it's the polite thing to do.
And she's also like maybe asking her advice, like, what should I do?
What should I do? But could a Lucky Charm make like an oven? I think the Lucky Charm could do that.
Yeah, I mean in the bubbler.
It made
the record thing.
Yeah, so theoretically, they would be able to do that.
They would be able to do it.
Anyway, so yeah, I think that Ladybug should make, or maybe like Ladybug can make food with like your Lucky Charm. Can you think?
Oh, that would be. Oh, I want some Lucky Charm food.
Lucky Charm.
It would be the best
solve
food.
world hunger. You just
my god.
But it's not permanent though, is it?
No.
Okay, so if you were to make croissants and you eat it, and then you're supposed to, then she does that thing where she throws it in the air and like disappears and fixes everything. Would the croissant disappear from your stomach?
Oh.
Would you still be hungry? What if it's already digested and the nutrients already taken out? Does the nutrients disappear? Might not be important, but
science.
Yes, I said I'm gonna ask Thomas and be like, "Can you make food? If you make food, does it disappear after?"
Oh wow.
That's what I'm gonna do if I ever interview him.
Yes. We need to know. It's important to the world building.
Anyway, so Marinette, she goes back, and then Adrien does this thing where he's like, "Oh, I wanted to, oh yeah, there's no more food for me," and he does that little sad face, and you're just like, Adrien!
Again, with the don't they fit him?
He's... Adrien!
He loves food.
You think?
I mean...
You think he's like a foodie person?
Isn't there like a meme where he like puts his finger in something and then eats it, and... Like, when someone's akumatized, they're leaving, like, a liquid, and he's just, like...
Oh!
And then they're like, doesn't anyone feed Adrien? And then, like, when he goes to Marinette's house and her parents make food, he's like...
Alright.
And then they take it away, he looks so sad.
But he's pretty skinny, though.
He is pretty skinny. He's a model. They don't feed him.
Like, whenever you see him, like, eating at, like, his dinner table, there's always, like, just, like, a hunk of cheese and there's, like, nothing else on the plate.
He's on a diet. On a starving diet.
A starvation?
Because he's a model.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. I mean, but it would make sense. The model industry is very cutthroat.
Yeah, so Gabriel is just, like... Gabriel, come on,
I mean, not purposely starving him, but maybe, like, don't eat sweets or whatever.
Yeah, very restricted diet. He had to ask his dad to, like, go to the picnic thing, right? So, anyway, so there's that happens. Oh, yeah, okay, so then Natalie and Gabriel have that thing where they're like... before Natalie gets akumatized, Lila gets akumatized. Yes. So she's, like, angry in her room. I'm, like, mixing up all the events in their orders.
She's angry all the time. He could have akumatized her any day.
But... He made that, so he does that thing where he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make a film about Ladybug because she defeated Volpina, and then to like get her angry. And then he akumatizes her, and she's just like, oh yes, I get to be evil again. And she becomes...
When, like, 3 episodes ago, he was like, I'm gonna stop being Hakama.
I'm gonna stop. Okay, never mind, I'm gonna do it to everybody now.
Never mind, I had a master plan all this time,
Yeah, that's it. So it's kind of like, she was like, your prey has been angry for months.
Yes.
Okay, so here's the thing. So Volpina takes place May 21st or something. Because the Lady Blog had a date on it. Okay, so it was May 21st. If it was several months before that the prey has been, like, gathering anger and whatnot, that means that it has to take place in, like, September-ish. Okay. Right? Because they're in school.
Yeah.
So then we have, like, a date-ish for the episode.
Yes.
What was the other thing I was saying? Oh, there was something else. Wasn't there? Maybe that would explain the fact that why the mom just didn't figure out that school wasn't open. Because for like months, that's kind of hard to avoid.
Also, like, if it's September, I don't know how the school system works in France, but maybe they are just starting school.
Yeah.
And the school's not open yet.
So
they're still, like, in holiday or whatever.
So it's like right before or right after. Like they're like in class, but it's fairly recent, so that way she can like get away with it, something like that.
Yeah.
Something ish weird.
Along those lines.
Like that, yeah. What happens? She
does her illusion thingy.
Yeah, that's it.
That's Ladybug and Cat Noir.
They show up out of nowhere, and I guess like I don't know, nobody noticed them just suddenly appearing.
Yes.
And so they fight each other. And okay, at some point, it's because you know how there's like the whole like Lady Noir thing. Yeah. At some point, so Ladybug, she's like, oh hey, give me your Miraculous, and she's like, why are you refusing a gift to your best friend's friends? So basically, she makes them refer to each other as best friends. So I thought that was like, I don't know, some ship out there is like getting angry over that. Anyway, so and then so you know, I've been asking about what would happen if like Cat Noir like
definitely
did that to somebody.
It's definitely a concern that the fandom has had for a while. And
now we know what happens. Well, at least, okay, it might not be what really happens because
it is an illusion.
So it's what she thinks is gonna happen.
But it's still terrifying, my God.
So here's the question. Can the Cat Noir ring destroy itself? Because, like, okay, if you're, like, touching, so you touch, like, the stomach and it goes, like, up and whatnot, and then the ring just falls off. Why doesn't it affect the ring? Unless it is supposed to be indestructible. Yeah. It comes back to that whole thing where, okay.
Because his suit disappears and everything, so if it really was just Adrien, like, Cataclysm himself, then the clothes, never mind.
Are you saying that, like, okay, so, like, he picks the areas that he wants to, like, kill? It's
weird, though, because he touches, like, his stomach, right?
So you think he should take off the clothes?
No, but, like, theoretically, it's touching the suit, right?
Right, okay.
So, like...
There's probably okay, I get what you're saying. Like, it should destroy the suit, but not... Don't worry, he probably has cat boxes on or something. Okay. But, okay, yeah, that's it. So it's like, how much does it take out? Because now I'm thinking about, like, in the collector, you know how, like, there's, like, the DVD cases or whatever? So he touches, like, the shelf. The shelf disappears, but not the actual DVDs, right? So maybe he has somewhat control over that?
Maybe.
But I don't think he intended to. Well, he didn't attempt to Cataclysm himself, though, so it's, like, weird. And they've established in Queen Wasp that only Cat Noir's Cataclysm can destroy a Miraculous, right?
Oh.
So why can't he destroy the Cat Noir Miraculous?
Because maybe the intention was,
for him
to, like, destroy himself.
But who picks that? Is it the person who has the hand, which is Cat Noir, or is it Ladybug since she took the hand?
I feel like we're putting too much thought into it. Since it's just an illusion.
That's what a theory channel is for. Come on. To make, well, it's just, I don't know.
But then again, it's just an illusion, right?
It's just an illusion.
So it might be completely wrong.
But still, you know, you ask questions like that, and then maybe in the future it'll, like, come to fruition, and then we'll be
God.
oh, yeah, we talked about that, you know.
I mean, I really hope it doesn't come to fruition, because I don't want to see anybody else die by Cataclysm.
They'll probably just take off the clothes, like you said. Okay, so that happens. Everybody's like, oh, yeah, Ladybug's evil.
Cat
Noir's dead.
Thanos.
Yes, that Thanos.
I'm like, spoilers for Infinity War. Cool.
Okay, can you really, if you've been on the internet, you have seen a meme about that.
Seen a meme.
Okay, at this point.
For sure.
So, Adrien, I like the fact that it was, like, Adrien and Marinette, Ladybug. They both, like, find out. They arrive at school, and they're like, what's going on? And it's like, Cat Noir's dead. And it's like, what? No.
They're watching the video, and they're like, what is this?
So, I think that was cute that they're both together. Yeah. And then, okay, so that's when Natalie gets akumatized, and that totally does, like...
How does that work, though? Because usually when he akumatizes someone, he preys of negative emotions. But Natalie is willing to do it.
So what is a negative emotion is the question.
Exactly.
The negative emotion here.
Is it like guilt that she's going along with the plan, but like, I don't know. Because she's willing to do it.
She's willing to do it, so there has to be some sort of anger, right?
Yeah, maybe like she feels the injustice of like what Hawkmoth is trying to fix, of like Emily being...
So she feels for Emily, basically.
Maybe.
Okay.
Or she feels for Hawkmoth.
That might actually come out in the next episode. It's like, why is she doing it? So, okay, so there's the other thing is like, you know how like when you get a genie and they're like, oh yeah, you have 3 wishes, you can't wish for more wishes, and you can't kill anybody or ask for love or something. Anyway, that's like what a genie does. So, but basically Hawkmoth is able, and Master Fu admits it, he finally realizes the full extent of his powers, which is to make like...
an Akuma that...
He makes an Akuma that powers himself up. Yeah. So couldn't he just make, like, with his, like, Scarlet Akumas, couldn't he just make more Catalysts?
He could.
Well, actually, Catalyst was willing to power him up, though. But all he has to do is find somebody else with negative emotions, and then they just listen to whatever he says anyway. Yeah. So it doesn't...
But in that case, wouldn't it be, like, Catalyst? No, because never mind.
So what do you think of her design?
Oh, it's very nice.
I like her... She has like a cyber kind of look to her.
It's very cool. It's just,
It's just edgy. It's like a very edgy. It looks kind of like the Collector. Like, you know how he was like wearing like a suit and he was looking very...
I saw this like post. It was like, matching designs.
That's true. And then what do you think of Scarlet Hawkmoth? Le Papillon Écarlate. Do you think they're going to call him that? Scarlet Hawkmoth?
I don't know. He looks like the same, just...
Red.
Red.
Palette swap. Super Smash Bros. Palette swap Hawkmoth. That's a game reference, sorry.
Okay.
So anyway, so he does that, then he's able to change all of his butterflies red using his staff. Okay, I mentioned this in I did an analysis video for this.
Okay.
There's no butterfly. So you know when not Emily, Natalie and Gabriel, they're like talking to each other, there's like no butterflies. But then when he's Hawkmoth, butterflies.
Aren't they like on the floor?
But you don't see them.
Oh. Because usually when he opens up the window, that's when the butterflies start flying.
So you think they're like window activated butterflies?
Well, no, but like maybe the sunlight. When it's dark, they're just like, and then there's sunlight, and they're like,
It's because like there's a shot where you could kind of see the floor, and there weren't any. So unless it was like out of shot,
probably
it might have been out of shot, and then you can see. So, yeah. So I don't know. I was just kind of like, does he like maybe he makes butterflies when he's like maybe Ladybug,
he does.
Maybe Ladybug can like make ladybugs at some point.
Yeah, the magic ladybug.
And then Cat will just make a bunch of cats.
Oh, please. I would love to see that.
So, okay, so he powers himself up.
Mm-hmm.
He releases all of his
butterflies.
His butterflies. He gets, so the villains that he basically gets Prime Queen, Guitar Villain. Why him? What's her name? The Dancy Dance lady. Frightening Gale. Yeah, Frightening Gale. He gets the baby of all people. He gets the giant baby.
He gets Gorilla.
He gets Gorizilla. He gets the gamer. He gets the princess girl. Princess Fragrance.
Oh, Princess Fragrance.
It was so interesting to see them like get touched and then they just kind of like they flip out and then they just turn evil.
He gets Stoneheart.
He gets Stoneheart. He gets Milen, the Horrificator. He gets the invisible person, whatever her name is.
I love though that Chloe is what? It's just like,
I know what to do, and then she like runs off. At first, I didn't get it, but then I get like, cause then you look back and it's basically she didn't have any fear.
Yeah.
And she wasn't in despair. That's why she was just like, okay, I'm fine. That's why she wasn't touched.
I love that. I was like, yay, Chloe.
And yeah, it's like Chloe got good development, man. Anyway, so then they do it, and then. So then Marinette's like, yeah, you guys... Well, basically, Marinette and Adrien can't get akumatized because they've never gotten akumatized yet.
Well, They can't?
Well, basically, it's only turning people into villains they've already been. He doesn't create any new villains. He just creates old ones.
Maybe he doesn't. We just don't see it.
Okay, we haven't seen them gotten akumatized yet.
Maybe they're just showing you, like, the ones that we know, because it wouldn't make sense to bring, like, a bunch of
like, random people in. Okay, so...
And also, they're, like, at the school. Obviously, you're gonna see the people at the school, like...
Yeah. But, like, there's actually... there's a shot where, like, you can see the villains. Like, Hawkmoth appears on the Eiffel Tower. I didn't look in depth at all of them.
Oh, no, me neither. I mean, there probably isn't actually any new ones, but it's not to say that it's completely off the table.
Because I did make a video on it, and it's like basically I think the timeline is more or less linear now.
Okay.
More or less.
Like,
yeah,
more or
in a
less.
weird fashion, but so I don't think if they haven't gone akumatized, I think it's not past. It's gonna be in the future probably.
I mean, it could still be possible to get like akumatized with the Scarlet Akuma if you haven't been akumatized yet.
Do you think it'll? I thought that it would only do old ones. That's why he can only do it. One reason why he can only do his plan right now is because he has all these old villains to rely on.
Okay.
In a certain way, but because then he'd have to like think up of a new design for every new villain or something. I don't know, but
maybe.
Yeah, it's not clearly defined.
It's not
as to what it is.
Because I mean, Adrien is definitely very scared and just jumps on Marinette and protects her.
Well, he's not scared, right? He's got like that cat noir.
Yeah, but like
it's so awkward when he jumps on her.
He's just protecting his friend.
His friend, I think, or maybe he views her as like, you know, like this small girl, this small girl that he's gotta like protect. You know, he's like.
But I love that like he grabs her. Her head. It's just like
keep your head down. Maybe the rest of you won't get akumatized.
And he's just like completely covering her, like they can't touch you.
It's so weird. Oh,
I'm like just imagining like if someone like if I was in Marinette's situation, I would just be like, get off of me.
Or okay, wait. There's still that thing of like, does Cat Noir know that it's Marinette?
Do they know?
So maybe he knows. Maybe that's why he's like trying to protect her.
Okay, but then why would he be so adamant to plague this? She's just a friend.
True. True. I forgot about that.
I'm just it really.
Wait, did Frozer happen? There's like the production order because we don't know exactly what the production order like. Yeah. Well, I'd have to go look it up, but if Troublemaker was before or after Frozer? I don't know.
Good question.
We don't talk about Frozer. Anyway, so and
then Marinette runs off to Master Fu.
No, she
right.
She stops Invisible Girl Sabrina.
Oh yeah,
right. Like going through the manhole. Like when at first. Like, you know when he, like, at some point Hawkmoth's like, okay, follow her, and then she'll lead you right to Master Fu. I was like, oh, no. Like, I had an intense freak-out moment.
Oh,
like,
me too.
Shoot.
I was like, oh, my God, this is gonna go so wrong.
And then she, like, goes inside the manhole, and I'm like, I guess she goes through the manhole or something. And then,
but, like, a fraction of a second before she looks back, and she seems kind of suspicious then, so.
No, but, like, when she goes down, and then, like, she sees him move, and I'm like, that's smart, Marinette. That is very smart. I was like, yes.
Very clever.
And then it was way easy to defeat her this time. Last time it took him forever.
Yeah.
And she somehow knew right away that it was in her glasses.
Well, because she already beat her once.
But it wasn't in the glasses last time.
Oh, it was in the brooch.
It was in the brooch.
Oh.
Basically all the villains, they don't get the same akumatization. Or at least it's not like, it doesn't have to be.
It can be something different.
Like, Gamer was the phone. Princess Fragrance was also the phone. It's random objects that can, that does it, so.
Maybe she just assumed because it's, like, the easiest thing.
Oh, the easiest thing to grab. Yeah. Like, she was just like, okay, first thing, let's just try it out.
Or maybe she just got lucky. We will never know. Or maybe she saw her get akumatized. Could that be
That was the other thing, is that she might have seen her, like, get her faced. Anyway, so then... that's when Ladybug figures out, okay, everybody, it's probably Lila.
Yeah.
And, okay, So I think that Lila probably, Volpina, there's probably a Scarlet Volpina form.
Oh.
And then we just haven't seen it.
There must be, because I think Hawkmoth, like, after Volpina was done with the whole illusion, and, like, he de-akumatized her or whatever, he said, oh, I'll see you again, or something.
Or, so next time, or whatever.
Yeah, something ominous of, like, we'll see each other
I want to
again.
know if she, like, because then he leaves her on top of the Eiffel Tower. So it's kind of like, okay, you getting down now? I wonder if she just kind of stood there and she was, like, waiting, maybe? Because it happened, like, right after.
Yeah.
So maybe she saw all the Akumas going out. She's like, okay, I'll just stay here and wait for mine. Just kind of sit put.
Maybe she was in the elevator down when the Akuma showed up.
Yeah, she was there. I don't know if there's probably a way to get down, right?
Yeah. Probably.
I don't know. I say that, but I'm like, I like to think in my mind that he just kind of left her stranded there, and he's like, okay, now what? So then, so she goes to Master Fu, crisis averted.
Yeah.
And then Tiki's like, take all the Miraculous.
I love that about her. Because she's usually so cautious of, like, Marinette, you have to be responsible. And this time she was like, take all of them.
And then Marinette's like, no way. I don't want to trade a bunch of newbies.
Sorry. It's just, what I don't understand is, like, why doesn't Master Fu transform this time instead of giving his Miraculous?
He's too old. Remember, he has stiff joints in the first episode.
Oh, okay.
So... Still, like, why do you... Well, I guess he wears the Miraculous just to have, like, a Kwame on hand, I guess. But, like, anyway. Or maybe he needs to try... I hope he transforms in an emergency situation at some point.
Please. I don't care which Miraculous it is, just transform.
Give him, like, the Ladybug Miraculous. Let's go. We're gonna go that far.
Let's go.
Okay, so then... I just thought of something. What if Ladybug didn't have her ears pierced? Like, what if Marinette didn't have her ears pierced and Stoneheart?
Get them pierced.
Does it, like, magically pierce it for her? Like, what if they need it, like, right now, and then it's like, nobody has their ears pierced? What do they do?
Oh, wow.
This is, like, drastic. I'm pulling here.
Then they would just stab their ears.
Stab their ears through. Or maybe there has to be some kind of magic. Anyway. Cataclysm, a hole.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, they get the Miraculous, gives it to Cat Noir to give to Queen Bee, because everybody knows who she is. Does that, finds... Okay, so then there's a whole interaction between Alia and Nino, and it's like, I can't find a good reason to give it to both of you, and then Nino's like, you know, and she's like, yeah.
I love when she transforms, though, and he's like, oh, my girlfriend's so cool, and I'm like, oh... Precious. And
then, like, Nino does that fist bump thing with Wise. That was, okay,
so cute.
The Carapace transformation, still not, like, a big fan, but that was cool.
That was so cute.
It was adorable.
That entire sequence, I was just like, in my heart.
It's like, because, like, Wise, he's like, it's supposed to be, like, the Wise Kwame, and then he's just like, yo, man. So there's all that. They meet up, and then there's the final showdown sequence, like, face-off thing, where there's the 5 of them in one shot. Yes! Next episode! So, that was probably too loud.
Probably.
So, I think that's it. I feel like not... It feels like, because some of the other episodes has been, like, jam-packed with, like, a lot of stuff. Yeah. This one I feel like it is, but it isn't in some weird way.
I get what you're saying.
Because there's no finale, I suppose. Yeah. There's, like, no end.
Because it kind of counts just as half, right?
It's half an episode.
It's half an episode.
So
it feels a lot kind of simpler.
Yeah.
In those terms, but, like, in reality, there's a lot to work with.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. You're gonna have 5 superheroes next time.
Against, like, a bunch.
There's a lot of them, though. So
don't know how that's gonna work, because they all can only use their power once.
That's it, they can only... That's true, huh? But I mean, okay, not Sabrina, I'm thinking, never mind. Chloe, or Queen Bee, whatever you want to call her. She can only use her sting power once, right? Okay, but that's it. Like Marinette, like ladybugs can kind of cover all the villains in a certain way. Like she can, I don't know, she can make it a lucky charm that deals with everything.
Yeah.
Canor is still pretty big. Alia's can become pretty big too.
What was it again?
Illusion.
Oh, yeah.
So she made that giant theme park mirage. So it can take. So basically, all of them. Like Nino is a little bit smaller scale, but still pretty good. Like Queen Bee's is the only one where it's like still really hyper specific. So you're kind of like, how does that work?
Because you can only sting once.
Yeah, you can only sting one person theoretically, unless it works like by chain. Like let's say I'm touching you, and then it like if it stings me, then it stings you. We don't know.
Oh, that would be an interesting theory.
Because if not, it's not very big as a power.
Yeah.
Or maybe it can stop objects in motion.
Oh.
Like let's say there's like a speeding train.
Okay.
Like or the metro, right?
Yeah.
What if she like stung the metro? Would it stop?
Ooh.
Would it kill everybody inside by the sudden stop of the motion?
Oh my god.
Physics. Anyway, yeah.
Would everyone inside get stung as well?
Right, because they're all connected. Questions? I don't know. Okay, so overall episode rating thoughts?
Oh, I don't know.
Or maybe we don't give a rating until we find out what's the end.
Oh, yeah, because it's only half an episode.
Like, that's it. Like you said, so we don't know what happens in the end. Like, it's still pretty interesting what happens, but...
Or we could give, like, 2 grades and then make an average or whatever.
I'm gonna wait. I don't know if you do you
no,
have
I'm really not sure.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna wait it out.
That's good.
I think it might come out like Saturday or something.
I hope so.
And it's called Mayura, so there's probably gonna be another like plot twist of some kind at some point. Maybe Natalie will like, if you're akumatized, can you like wear
a Miraculous?
Yeah. Can she like go and grab it?
Because when you're like when you wear your Miraculous, you can be akumatized, but when you're akumatized, can you
wear a Miraculous? Or maybe that's how... I just thought of something. This would actually add on to the other theory-ish. Okay, so...
You can save it.
You know what? I think I'm going to make this video come out after the theory video, so go check out the theory video and then come back to this, okay?
I'm like, they're gonna be hearing this after the theory video.
Yeah, no, that's it. So, like, we'll make sure you go check it out, like, kind of thing. Okay, so in that video, I basically explained, I told you already, it's like the theory that you didn't really believe me in. It's the idea that the illness will cause the peacock villain, right?
I don't remember that.
Okay. Well, like, from, like, it's in the video, so that's why I tell people. Okay. Anyway, so basically it's the idea that Emily, she might be mentally ill. So so when Hawkmoth tries to take it out of her, whatever happens to it, that makes the person go like evil or whatever, and that will cause it. Okay.
I remember now. Yeah.
So let's say, so right now my biggest issue is that nobody else in the show is evil. To make them become the peacock, unless it's an entirely new person, which we're at the last episode,
they're not gonna bring an entirely.
So somebody has to turn evil. Right now, so that's how. So one way you make them go nuts by the mental illness.
Yeah.
Right now, Natalie is nuts because she's akumatized. So if she wears the peacock, then maybe she like gets out of Gabriel's control somehow. Because right now she's a villain. Like she is akumatized, right?
And she a willing villain, unlike everybody else that's akumatized at the moment.
So what if she does go and get the peacock Miraculous? To like go, and then that's how the peacock villain comes around.
Well, another person that's evil, Chloe's mom.
Chloe's mom?
But I really don't think she would be the...
I don't know, she seems intent on, like, fashion, and she doesn't care too much about being akumatized.
She's mostly mean, not evil.
Mean, not evil. Anyway, it's just funny. It's like I don't know, there's, like, a difference, but there's not a difference, and it's a difference. Yeah. Anyway, so I just thought of that, and I'm like, okay. What if she does go get the Miraculous? Like, she grabs it, and that's how it works. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
That'd be interesting. So...
It would be very interesting.
Okay, so we'll have to see, like, Saturday or next week. It's either, like, this week or next week, so we don't have to probably wait too long.
I really hope so.
I hope it comes out... Well, I mean, everybody... That's it. because I heard it was gonna come out in Italy.
Oh.
So if there's an Italian dub, then everybody's gonna be like,
I'm like, I speak some Italian. I can do it.
French, I was fine. Italian, you're gonna have to translate everything for me.
if I can translate.
Yeah. So okay, so let's. I think we've gone on long enough, man.
Yes.
So no episode rating for this time. We'll see you guys after the last episode. The next episode, last episode, season finale for Miraculous Ladybug, season 2. So that's gonna be interesting, a little bit sad. I don't know how long. That's it. I hope the next season doesn't take too long to come out.
But I think they've been working on it, right?
Yeah, they've been working on it. It should be ready, honestly, at this point-ish. Well, like, or finishing touches, like, they're gonna ship them out. So, like, yeah. And then all the episodes are supposed to come out on Netflix, I think.
Oh.
Like, all season 2. At least in the U.S., you know. We never know for Canada, but, like,
in
US.
Canada, they have first season.
And that's it.
Yeah. So
in
the U.S., they have first season and, like, 13 episodes of season 2,
Yeah, that's how Captain Hard Rock came out, wasn't it? Captain Hard Rock.
Also, a weird thing that I sent you, like, Luca has never been akumatized.
Did you send me that? He's never,
Yeah.
He's never been.
I'm like,
He's the peacock! He's the peacock!
It makes sense, he already has the blue hair.
It is true! Okay, so let's leave it off for here. So, thank you guys for listening. I did it. And check out my theory video. It should have come out like before this video or something. So go check it out if you like theories. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!
Bye!